Augies Worldwide. I'm Dave Kassler, amateur radio call sign KE0OG, with another episode of Ask Dave. Today's question comes from Mike Thompson, K04RIT. And he has a question about a non-inverted V antenna. He says, I understand an inverted V works fine and only requires one center support. True. I have very tall trees at either end of my house, in excess of 50 feet, and would like to make a half-wave 80-meter dipole, probably a multiband. Well, you've got those trees 120 feet apart. You're doing well. You can certainly do that. Can I build a fully functional dipole in a V configuration? Yes, absolutely. My thinking is the feed point will be much closer to my shack, and I can eliminate 40 or 50 feet of coax. I'm a little confused. If you look at what he's done here, he's got two trees in his yard, and his house is in the middle, and he wants to run, one idea is to just run a dipole between these two trees, tap it here, bring it into the house. Okay? And that's fine. You can do that. You've got to make arrangements over here with springs or something, so when these trees bend in the wind, which they will, you don't break the wire. Now, he's asking about inverted V. I don't know how tall his trees are. That would involve putting in a mast of some kind so that the antenna goes like that. And that's fine. That will work just fine too. And you cut it in the center and bring it down this way. Now, there's another way that we could look at this. And let's take our antennas out and suppose that his house is down here with these very tall trees. And the one idea was a dipole, which will work just fine, plus the coax fed in the middle. Or a V, not an inverted V, but a V. Okay, so where this is closer to the house, maybe 5 feet above, whatever you can get a little mast up there for, and have this fed in here, and this is a V. Now, as long as this angle here is much greater than 90 degrees, it's a greater than sign, and mathematicians use two of them to mean much greater than 90 degrees. Like that, as close to 180 as you can get. This will work just fine. You may get some directionality out of the antenna, but I don't think that you will. This arrangement would work just fine too. Now, it seems like you're trying to reduce the amount of coax. One thing, if you have more coax, that you can do is get my antennas in fed half wave for 80, which is a single piece of wire, and it has about a 49-to-1 balun here, and then the coax comes down to your house here or down along the ground. Okay, that would work very well on lots of different bands. Okay, lots of different bands. But you're going to spend a lot more money on coax there. I don't know how big your lot is, but the ARRL has just come out with a end-fed half wave for 40 and up for less than, actually quite a bit less than, $100. And it's a kit. Okay, it's odd for the ARRL to sell hardware. They have not sold much in the past. They've been mostly booksellers. But I've got that kit and we'll be putting it together. And then you could do from your house, put that there up to one of the trees with the appropriate spring on it. And you would have a nice multiband antenna there. So lots of things that you can try. I'm assuming these trees are about 132 feet apart, which is 80 meters, 1/2 wavelength. Okay, equals 132 feet. Although at 75 meters, you're going to want it lower than that. Now, if you go to myantennas.com, there's 2 antennas that you can get. You can get the end-fed half wave, 80 through 10. Or you can get the end-fed half wave, 75 through 10. This is the voice. This is the Morse and data, including FT8. So you pays your money and you takes your choice. Okay, so there are lots of things that you can do. You have lots of options with those trees. I kind of wish I had options like that with my trees. They top out at about 30 feet, and of course they sway in the wind and everything, so I can only go up about 8 foot on the trunk of one of those and be sure that it won't wander around in the wind. So there you have it. If any watchers would like to support this channel financially, you certainly may do so, and easily. Go to dcasler.com/support and look for a way there that works for you. Until we next meet, 73.